Hello and a warm welcome from JavaScript Academy. What is JavaScript? Well, JavaScript is a programming language used to make websites interactive. For example, when you click on a button, play a game, complete an online survey or form on a website, you are actually interacting with the JavaScript part of the website. JavaScript is used to manipulate web pages, and web pages are made mainly of HTML and CSS. For you to have a better understanding of how JavaScript works, you need to have a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS, because what JavaScript does is manipulate CSS and HTML. This is the Udemy homepage, and there is some JavaScript actually on this page. If you watch the images, you can see that the images on the home page will change, and this is done using JavaScript. When you sign up, for example, if I click sign up here and click on this button, this is JavaScript. Okay, so anything interactive is done using JavaScript. So all this button here is JavaScript. The image changing on the screen is JavaScript. Here, if you type in something there, is JavaScript. So this is an example of JavaScript on the web page. So JavaScript makes the web page interactive. This is the Instagram homepage. Again, this button here is also done using JavaScript. So when I click on the button, I'm actually interacting with the JavaScript part of the website. When I complete the form or sign in and click, it's all done using JavaScript. JavaScript runs inside a web browser, so it executes its code inside the web browser. The web browser acts as a host for JavaScript. Unlike back-end programming languages like Java is actually different from JavaScript. Back-end programming languages like Java, PHP, Ruby on Rails, they execute or run their codes on the server and then pass the results onto the browser. JavaScript actually executes or runs the raw codes inside the client machine, and it does that inside the web browser. JavaScript is case sensitive, so an uppercase and lowercase item might mean two different things in JavaScript. There's a lot you can do with JavaScript. You can build gallery images, you can build 2D games, 3D games, full-blown database-driven applications, graphics, and lots more. JavaScript is found in almost all applications that is client-based. JavaScript code is placed between anchor tags known as script. So the actual code is enclosed within the script tag. You can have an internal JavaScript, which is the JavaScript is embedded with the HTML and CSS, or you can have an external JavaScript file and then reference it the way you would reference a normal image on a web page. In this video, I gave a brief explanation of what JavaScript is and the fact that JavaScript runs inside a web browser, which acts as a host for JavaScript. JavaScript can be used to do a host of things. They can be used to create games, both 2D and 3D games. JavaScript can create interactive forms on a website. They can create image sliders and lots more. So the capabilities of JavaScript are endless. Recently, you've got JavaScript even doing back-end stuff. That is stuff that you can only do with other backend programming languages like Java and PHP. So JavaScript is able to perform some of those functions. So in the next few videos, we'll be going through some of the examples we can use JavaScript for.